Alright, welcome back, builders. It has been a couple days since I've been able to not only record, but even get any time in Leviathan's Fantasy. Ironically, based on the map that I chose before, I had to do some winterizing for the winter storm that was coming, and work also has been a little bit more of a pain than usual due to the weather we've been having, so yeah, bad times. But unlike that, good times over here. We have another Slime King that's coming in. I got my A team on it. In addition to them, we had another Blue Flame joined us, and I liked his bloodline, so I added him to our group here with the intention that he'll just get the 50 favor points for being involved in a boss kill. And if we pull him up here, we can see favor is currently at 0. And we'll see once they turn in if that gives him his 50. So it's 0 with the kill, but they haven't done the turn in yet. And they're still claiming that they're executing a bounty. That makes me a little nervous there. Yeah, unfortunately, I think that is bugged out. That is disappointing. I dropped that as soon as he spawned, too. Alright, well, cancel that then. Sorry, guys. Okay, so for today, we have several things to get done. We need to... Our next step in our quest is kill blue-crowned penguins, which I believe, yeah, they're over here. They're level 8 and 9, so that's very doable. It's kind of in this icky place that has these warframes that are a little difficult. So if they get some killed, great. I don't really want to assign that, which I guess means they won't get credit either way. I've got some low-level adventurers grabbing some more ore. I had kind of an ore crunch while I was just reacquainting myself. I've mentioned it before, but this game does not at all like it when you have it paused. I mean, frankly, they might as well make it where it freezes your screen and you're not allowed to do anything because the menus just don't work while it's paused. So I had to let it run while I was just looking around and whatnot. Did a couple orders for the merchant, hired a couple civilians, ordered a couple pieces to be made. We are really close. I'd like to get this upgraded on my lab, but we need 20 rep, and we're at 18. So we're not quite there yet. I've been trying to just keep this ticking over. Probably should check in there. Yep, still working. My thought is, let's try to get the next level of gear. So that would be, must be these ones. Yeah. So that would be rank 5. We're at 4.5 almost. We could try to speed that along by feeding our Leviathan. It might be doable. I don't think I've researched a lot of those things. Let's check in with our kitchen. You're not currently working, and I do have people here. Maybe... Yeah, let's do like 500 rice. And that'll be a snack for the Leviathan. And while it's doing that, let's also make some booze here. We'll make 500 of that. Just to have some more things to sell. So I noticed when we were looking at that menu, let's double check in here. Yeah, we have a few things. We could sell 10 of those. And we could sell 20 of those. Just some more things to work on our money. I also dropped this right here, the tool stall. So it automatically makes toolkits that they sell. Seems to be very popular. This is my only building that restores appreciation value. So I think that's why this place has been just kind of popping, is that they are going there and meeting another need. So just every need you can get in there just makes it better and better because you get these tourists to spend their money and get out. So somebody else can come in and spend their money. So like this guy, he has like almost 16,500 gold. So he's going to be here a while. So we need to get more expensive things to get them moving. He's got a couple of people in there. Not currently making anything in this workshop. Can I upgrade these yet? No. It's also going to be Rep 20. Rep 20 seems to kind of be your first roadblock if you didn't take enough starting things like the dragon statue, etc. It can take a while to get that value up. So it's all right. Still selling some gear here. Still selling some weapons here. I'm not seeing anybody with these peerless weapons. And I think they changed it in one of the patches recently. Oh no, this game still has it. In one of my games, I don't have this to make. So I'm not sure if this is legacy and it's having problems because it was patched or what, unfortunately. Resource collection complete, good. Alright, here we go. Queue up a few more. We just got a blessing level. Alright, let's research shrimp. Let's research cactus. I'd love to get that next slot just so that when I do remember to get over to the research, it could be running. We need a lot of points. So let's take a peek in there. I haven't really poked around too much since I got to 4. I think I got to 4 and then quit the recording last time. I did unlock the corral. One thing of note there, I was really confused. I unlocked it, I went here to build it, and I could not find it. I thought I had bugged out the game somehow. It just gives you a corral. I don't know why. So here's the corral I got. So now I can have merchants bring me mounts, which I would love to have. It would really help with those missions that are far away. It's a weird system, though. I wish I could just buy them with gold. I don't like having to send them a bunch of supplies. To wit, I think I'm going to try to send some buildings. I've heard that the dye house and the blacksmith are worth quite a bit in that system. So we'll make 10, and we'll see if that works. And then other than that, I'm just going to make a couple odds and ends so we can turn in more things to the merchant. Place another villager house. Needed some more workers. I'm at the point where I've got to be careful because our money is pretty good, but if I raise our fixed costs too much, it can be hard to dig yourself back out of that. So just working away here, getting things cleared. Get these reassigned. I see a couple of them finished. Finally starting to kind of move in this direction. I think this time, as much as I like the look of those, they're kind of in my visual way, so I think it's time that we clear that out. Got just one iron mine down currently. I don't really want tons of high-level stuff coming in here. A couple gunmen down just to collect the loot, basically. Our iron ore is looking much healthier than it was before. I like that. Could use some more stone. These can take such a long time that I feel like you need to stay on top of these so that you don't have a crunch time when you need it and you just don't have it. So I'm just going to assign some of the low-level people, not Flame, because I want him out and leveling. Ideally, we will be recruiting him. I don't want Delta. I don't like his stat. If you don't recruit them, they will come back later and they'll re-roll, but they'll be like a brand new character. So he won't remember anything he did here, etc., etc. So I'm just basically going to ignore him and wait for him to leave because we are not going to recruit him. Flame, let's check in on you. So he was at 0. He is still at 0. He should get some points here when he's done resting. Would like a better rest building because this is doing... Oh no, on this map our rest is coming from here, isn't it? To restore the resting value, yeah. And we got plenty of room there. I feel like I should drop a worker in there just because the rest is such a long activity. If one of my adventurers goes here, I want them kind of in and out. So we'll drop one there. Oh, I also made a couple enhancements. Let's go ahead and get those in here. No reason not to run some of this stuff, so increase efficiency and they'll pay a little bit more. We'll put that one in there. We've got increase efficiency value by 100. Put that one in there. And this could let me put another worker, but it'll make it less efficient per worker. So I don't want that yet because I'm not fully stocking it. And this one would let me sell more things, but I don't have more things to sell yet. So let's see, is there anything else that we can make that would fit in there? So we've got one of those. Don't really need more slots at the moment. Maintenance costs. What does this cost? Maintenance fee is 720. That is not true. Maintenance cost is 120. That must be scaling over time. Yeah, I guess that's enough that that's probably worth a item to reduce. So yeah, let's go ahead and make one of those. An additional shelf. I don't know if I need that anywhere yet. I actually could use an additional person in here. So we need the other item. Okay, so we'll have to come back to that one. I am going to go ahead and staff this fully, not because of that item, but because we need these for blues equipment, and we're getting to somewhat close to that. So I'd like to have some of that ready so we could just start producing right off the bat. Over there, and over there. You know, we're not building anything here. Could we be? We could. Let's make some of these. Still got plenty of those. Some currency. We got 44 shells we could make. Photo frames we're almost out of. We could do 51. Let's do 50. Okay, so I will restaff that. Gotta make these things to be able to sell them. So everything just takes time. You can't do things instantly. So. All right, and we still got some gear. Let's just double check. Make sure it's nice and full. Make sure this is nice and full. Kind of wondering, I've seen some people wandering around and needed great swords and didn't have them, so let's just make 10. Get that rolling. I think this is probably going to be kind of just a slow one today. It's just going to be prep work, essentially. I really need this, because I feel like the blue gear is worth the investment with how frustrating it was to get the previous quest done. Even though those penguins are very doable, we're just going to be dragging those warframes around and whatnot. It's just going to be a pain. And I feel like it's more efficient just to slow down for a second, get our bearings, and improve our heroes. All right, let's queue this up to start eating. Sticky rice, auto feed, feed. So it's going to give sanctity to our Leviathan, but it also gives experience points so he can level faster. If we look, I guess that is the screen. So every time we fill this up, it's basically him gaining a point, and this fills up via the XP. So this is giving us 10 extra XP per second. So that'll just speed that up. And we're more than halfway there now, so all good. And we can look at his attributes, so aura, energy, load. Load's how many buildings we can have here. I believe he uses the energy when we move him around, which we don't have that unlocked yet, but we can fly around and go exploring. It looks like I did need some hunger points, so it's good to get that refilled. I'm not 100%. I think I spend the hunger to refill the energy. I'm not 100% sure how that works, so. But I wouldn't want old Leviathan here to be hungry. I mean, he's doing a nice job, so definitely deserves to have his dinner too. And trading house. Let's take a peek, see if there's anything of interest. Do we have any manuals? No. Do we have any bloodline items? We do. What do we got? Psychic bloodline. Yeah, 24,000. I don't know exactly what that's going to give, but we'll grab it. And pop in here again. Okay, still good for a while. Let's see what we can actually unlock and see if there's anything we want to build. So we have the bloodline breeding building, but you can't use it for a really, really long time. We're going to need it anyways because we could use this building, so I'm just going to nab it. We may or may not plop that down. New field buildings for food items. Yeah, we're going to need that. New decorations, essentially. We'll just get that because we're going to need things below it. Manufacturing. Yeah, that's, again, those are items we're not going to use for a while. We need the college unlocked, I believe, for those. That's way down here at 7, so we're quite a ways away. Not quite sure why we unlocked that so early. Artificial resources, sure. Those are the, we can plop down things that look like these and reharvest them, essentially. So it's good to have that unlocked before you come to the point that you need it, just in case. Herbs, yeah. Hotel. If I wasn't on this Leviathan, this would have been one of my priorities, so I didn't have to build multiple pergolas. But on this map, it's less important. Still just gonna nab it. Spice stall. Okay, so Spice Sol gives sightseeing, but its upgrade gives ornamental. We're using a noodle stall currently. We could upgrade that to a beef stall. Okay, that might be something we want to do. We'll check in. I haven't seen a lot of people eating yet, so I don't really want to spam out buildings because we just have to pay for maintenance and workers. So no reason to do that if it's not going to be useful. Bread stall, same thing. 1 to 4 food. So I guess one of the reasons you would want to upgrade these is you can put higher level food for sale. But for the time being, I mean, these are the same. But we will. I think this one will sell a blue item, so it'll be worth more. Trading company. I actually wouldn't mind unlocking that when I get enough points, because I think that will help us get our reputation up. Clay figure also would be good, but we're not that high. Secret, we don't have a point. Let's look at this for a second. So these are kind of like a talent tree. We get 1 of these points for every 100 research we do, I believe. I grabbed Fire of Civilization because it's a very unique building. It lets us pull that chaos energy off of the maps. So I feel like that one's almost required. I don't know why it's in here. But that doesn't mean I want to go down this tree. This is like gun stuff. Excellent quality sword and gun. So maybe if that lets us manufacture those, that could be good. Bronze terracotta. So this is like an upgrade to some of those field warriors we can plop. The Goss Fort sounds interesting. Maybe spirit returning technique. Not in love with that one. Over here, I'm much more interested in these. This one especially. It's got like a healing totem we can plop down and a buff totem. We could get elf bloodline stuff, which we can use a lot for like range characters, bow things. So I'm interested in those. Over here, I've heard that the colleges are pretty good. Also, I like this item. I've unlocked this in my other game. So it's one of those store upgrades. And what this one does is a 50% chance to spend extra 2 times when shopping, and the maintenance cost of the shop will be reduced by 15%. So we could get this in some buildings that have some expensive stuff. We could get those tourists in and out quicker. I quite like that. The Demigod Bloodline is really good because I believe it has just a ton of raw stats. So that'd be good. Wildfire Codex, I think that's a mage. Yeah, manual for mages, which, I don't know, sounds cool. So I like this one quite a bit. Over here, Cultivator Bloodlines. I haven't really had a good one of those yet, but that doesn't mean it couldn't be good. Sword Arrays, I believe, are a nice field defense building. I've heard the Cave Paradise is really nice. Maybe we'll go with this one on this run, since I've already tried that Magic Crystal. Beast Mastery, sounds good. Yeah, maybe we'll do that. So, but we're going to be a ways out, up to 59, so we're getting there. Check our field. We are done with that. There's that display bug. And I see we're out of timber. I'm running quite heavily a conversion from tier 1 to tier 2 resources at one of my 2 workshops. So we're just going to continuously have that happening. So we're going to do the same thing here. Guests that are low level. This also just gives me a good chance to make sure that I'm kind of keeping an eye on who's coming in and out. Make sure I don't miss somebody I want to be working on. Flame, how you doing, man? Yeah, there's his favorite. He's already up to 52. I haven't even given him a quest yet. Because he's out here spending money. I don't think I showed this on camera. So he's got the giant bloodline. So when you come here, this is the screen you load into. Shows you the skills they have equipped. When you come into manual, this is where you can go level things up. There's a lot of requests to have this. There's no reason I should come here and hit auto if it doesn't do anything. It should just automatically do it. So hopefully they change that. The tab I want to show you, though, is bloodline. So if this was a white bloodline, he'd only have this one effect. But he's got blue, so he could have all these effects. The thing is, we have to give him bloodline items, and then he has to choose to use them. And then I believe there's a chance when he chooses to use them for it to actually work. So, level requirement 10. We need him to have 10 successful bloodline I guess, refines to be able to get that. When he gets that, this would turn on. We have to get all of these before we could upgrade Giant to purple. Then he'd have to fill that up. Then we could use that building to unlock a second bloodline and do the same thing. So the way that would work would be, let's find, where are you at, Flame? We would need to select Flame, get his UI open the bag, and then donate to him. But as you can see, I don't have any bloodline materials. Those seem to drop from like map bosses. If you play the Treasure Island, which is kind of the, I don't know if it's fair to say it's a tutorial island, because you can pick these other two and run the tutorial, but it's the easiest island. When you kill the bosses there's the giant crab, there are golden slimes, there is a starfish, and I think there's some murlocs or something. They drop bloodline items. So we haven't even done anything with bloodline at all. So unless these guys have gotten some from the golden slimes and used them themselves. Oh, good. Yeah, here's one that has. So he got a hero diary, and he's done 4 refines on it. So you can see current level is 4 out of 10. So he needs to get that all the way to 10. And to refine this slot, he needs heroes diaries. Nothing else will work. But he can stick other items in here. And these have rarities, so like a better item would give better stats. So for him, the hero's diary, it's giving him plus XP. That's pretty good. I'd be happy for anyone to have that. And then there's also these mutation effects where when they get a level up, there's a chance that it will mutate and give you more stats. So in this case, it would give us plus 60% XP. It's quite good. I would quite like that. Just out of curiosity, I wonder if anyone else has gotten some. So they probably got those from killing the gold slimes. Nope, nobody else has picked up any, unfortunately. Okay, I think I am going to let some time run here. I just wanted to reorient myself here and remind everyone where we were at. I'm going to let some time run. We need to get this leveled. That's kind of going to be our holdup. If anything interesting happens, I'll bring you back in. Okay, I wanted to bring people back in and make a little correction on something I said earlier. So when we were looking at donating something earlier, I was on the field. Normally you can look at that stuff even if you can't give it to them. But when they came back to town and I was just double checking, I actually do have things that I can give them that they just didn't show up when I was in the field. So we have items here. I'm going to probably give him a quick gift. So for him, he's got, I quite like this, he's going to have some dodge. What does your manual give you? Of course, we have to unpause. Spin points here. All right, so agility. Oh yeah, he's the one that summons a bunch of animals and whatnot. Okay. So let's pause that again. And he's using a spear currently. Is that required by his stuff? Requires polearm. Okay, so he does need a spear. Physical damage is what he's mostly doing. Oh, please don't exit town. I want to give you a gift. I think I was able to trap him with the UI open. Alright, so we could give him tungsten steel, which doubles defense value. Antique blue and white porcelain. That is not... Okay, so some of these things aren't... So, bloodline chest, we could give him a chest. Maybe he'd open it. I'm not sure on that one. Magnet. Attack power, physical attack power. Okay, I quite like that one for him. Taxpayer awareness. Adventurers pay plus 15% in taxes, plus 5% extra for each one level, plus 150 for critical attacks, 50 for dodges, and 50 for hit. Quite like that. I think I'd rather that on a more dedicated melee hero. He's kind of like a summoner type thing. More of those heroes' diaries. I think I'm going to give those to Maxwell, who can use them, though. Okay, so I don't think I want to give any of these to him. But that means I need to come in here. We had a couple different things that we need to open. So there was that vase. Those are new. These are the type of items we use to add bloodlines. Okay, here it is. So, antique vase gives us a Boolean. Use it to convert to 5,000 coins. Okay. This is construction kit. Something I bought earlier. Rusty armor. Attack speed and speed. Very nice. I'd love to get that on a dual sword or dual dagger wielder. All right. These primary blood chests. This is actually what prompted me to look at this again. Some of my adventurers are selling these on the marketplace. I feel like this is an investment that I want to get started on. So more tungsten, gluttony menu. The cost in gold coins for eating increases, and it gives them strength. Okay. And primary. All right, so this could be like a green X-Fire's Bloodline ad. All right, so if we go here, trade house. Yeah, if you go to Bloodline, I didn't find anything, but I was cruising through materials, and you can see here's the primary Bloodline. I wonder if they're under item too. No. I feel like they need to make these Bloodline items, they need their own tab. They just really need their own tab. Because I have never noticed these in here before, because I generally search by name what I'm looking for, and I just happen to be searching through here looking for other things. So you can see here, we've got 10 of these. And I bought a few. I have a suspicion that the gold slimes are dropping these, but I don't know that for fact. I guess we could check his drop tables. They're not cheap. I mean, that is pretty pricey, but we are going to just buy them because I want those items. We got to get started on that because it's going to, even after we give them these items, it is going to take a while for them to process them or digest them or however you want to think about that. I really wish they could do these menus a little bit better. This is already getting so full that it's difficult to see what we're looking at. Dragon Bloodstone. Extra HP, okay. Hero Certificate. Additional rewards, okay. Looked at that one, we looked at that one. Magic attack, nice, very nice. Increased dodge, agility, attack power, hero's diary, okay. So we saw that Maxwell, oh good, he's here. Stay here, don't rest too fast, Maxwell. Had already had some of those hero's diaries, so we're going to give him more of those. Okay, so it shows up under his treasure tab. So he had, I think I just gave him 30, so he had 6 of those. And if we look under Bloodline, he's still grade 4. And you can see over here, it'll talk about them using the items. Strength has been improved. Fusion successful. Okay, so this is going forward in time. Alright, so he's making some... Yeah, strength has been significantly improved. Yeah, he's making some progress. Making some progress. Alright, this one's coming back to town. I believe she's a greatsword user. Okay, let's pause. Take a peek at her stats here. So she has chivalrous, and I don't know this line well enough to guess what the other bits and bobs are. Her first level one is increased speed. Okay, so greatsword. I'm just thinking about what I would want her to have. Physical damage, really, or attack speed, maybe. Crits would be nice. All right, spend her current points. She's getting physical attack. She's getting minimum physical attack. She's getting strength. Okay, so just more strength would be good for her. Grab her, grab this, treasure. Yeah, she doesn't have anything. Let's donate. Physical attack power, dodge, extra HP. Okay, I need to remember to use that boolean. Alright, so magnet. We're going to give those to her. We'll see how long it is before we notice that she's got some in there. Okay, Maggie. Alright, she's out in the field. Wayne, how you doing? I feel like gifting these to somebody who's not settled is probably not worth it. I feel that's a little sketch. Because if they leave, they'll just reset. Oh, am I killing a slime right now? I'm gonna try again. Boss kill. Here. Add. Guest. See if he gets the credit for it. Doubt it, but... Nice, returning to town. I feel like that disappears, though, as soon as they've finished the task, not when they report it. We'll see what he does. Go trade. And I really don't have anything I can gift him either. I guess boots. Here you go, buddy. Have some boots. And a necklace. Extra crit, so we're kind of building with some crit stuff. Just to boost that up some. Hopefully. Probably should have checked this first. Flame. Yeah, he's fine. He's on track. Trying to get ahead of... Outdid the labs. Trying to get ahead of the merchant on these buildings. Okay, and I'm going to continue on, and I'll bring you back a little bit later, and our Leviathan is ready to level up, so we're going to nab that quick. Solid Adventures, we have 4 out of the 3 required, so excellent. Good upgrade. Adventures of social contact needs. Building to satisfy them. Okay, I assume social is like entertainment? Gathering friends? That'd be great if they would start coming to this building. Love that. But beyond that, number one thing I want is here, upgrade to our blacksmith and our dye house, and to see if we can do that, or if it's going to require a higher city rep. It does require higher city rep. We're still at 18. All right, if that's the case, I feel like I need one of these decorations maybe. So we're going to need some more research points. Double check, make sure that's still plugging away. It's not currently. Have you noticed the monsters on the floating island have become increasingly powerful? The adventurers are now struggling to defeat them. Is there any way to strengthen them? Of course, now that you broke through to level 5, you can unlock new tech. But one of them is the Enhancement Tower, will help you strengthen your villagers. Enlightenment Tower. Technology, create it and place it, and have them learn a new manual. Got it. And that's not a terrible idea. So you can have them learn multiple manuals, but until they reincarnate, they can only have one active at a time. So it's not the power boost that she's implying right now, because when we switch manuals, we'll keep the passive stats, but we'll keep the actives, but we lose the passives, I believe. So it will be stronger. Like, it'll be noticeably stronger, but it's not going to be the jump that they're implying here. But we are just perennially out of lumber at the moment. It's this one. And make that. Make sure my collection is still running. It is. Okay, well, I was hoping we could just upgrade those right away, but it looks like I need to plug away a little longer. Definitely a little bit of grind there, but that's okay. I just got enough tech, well, a little bit ago, and unlocked this trading company, which is this building right here. Doesn't seem to have a function other than its stats, and with those stats, we now have 25 reputation. So we just zoomed, we got like 7 points there, which means we can do those upgrades that we needed. Hopefully. No, we don't have enough stone materials still. I bet you my blacksmith's gonna have the same problem. Let's double check, see if there's any we can buy. One. Okay. We'll take it. And buy off the extra stone there. Oh, I see they finished. I thought I had those set up to repeat. That was my bad. Okay, so planks. I am just out of timber, so that's not even worth setting up. But iron ingots, we will say, make me 500, 100 keep. And for the stone, let's just say make 500. We're going to be using a lot of those iron when I... In fact, actually, let's get another stone cubed. We're going to be using a lot of iron when I can upgrade those, so... Alright, we're just going to have to wait for some more of those to build, but I just thought I'd bring you in to show you this one. That was worth a lot of points. So, if you're stuck waiting on these stats, make sure that you are saving up and getting Trading Company. Later on you have Lotus Flower, and then these are something different. Those are actually supplies, but under City Foundation, I think I'm going to grab this too, as soon as I have enough points, and just boost those stats some more. Because if you remember, these actually have gameplay effects. So this will let new adventurers stay here longer, etc., etc. So there is a reason you want those stats to be up high. Like Flame here is getting pretty darn close. Oh, he is at 153. There we go. So we will head over to the Adventurers Guild. Manage. Welcome in Flame. Arrange your room. So, alright, I'm going to keep building stone and we'll get these upgrades made and just grinding on those materials. I remembered finally to entrust some materials to the last merchant, so he's going to arrive here in a second and hopefully bring some mounts. I sent him those dye houses that we had built and a couple other extra buildings. The dye houses seemed pretty efficient. They were like, I want to say 2,000 a pop. I think you need 5,000 to get something, and the more value you send, the better / more you'll get. So I'm thinking at 20k, I'm probably going to get a few horses, which should be totally fine with me. I'm looking for 5 mounts. I want my main A-team group, which are those ones I've been watching at the moment, to all have a mount. Will make their questing much more efficient. Also, everyone has been gifted some bloodline materials, and every one of them has at least started. So he's at level 1. Aggie's at level 1. He is at 3, so she's going to town on that. Maxwell, who's been here, who's been working on this the longest, is up to 5. So again, he's got to get all the way to 10, and then he'll get this bonus. Oh, and there's our merchant. So he brought me 2 horses. The stats are important because you can inherit some of the mount stats and the effects. So, dodge. Okay, so these actually have different effects. Yes. Okay, so if we go to our corral here, we can look. So, extra dodge is good. And attack, 5% chance that your physical attack will increase by 10%. Pretty good. Dodge and sharp edge. I'm not sure how the horse has a flying sword, but, you know, let's just go with it. Chance of inflicting armor-breaking effects for 10 seconds, and strength. Increase strength attack. Okay. So I'm thinking the one that has those extra things is probably going to be Yee's horse. I feel like she'll get the most stats out of that. And the dodge one, I don't know, maybe one of my mages. Less stats on those. Beatrice. She's got a scythe. Let's see if she actually came with a manual that uses a scythe. This is going to be a gun manual, I almost guarantee you. Firearms, yep. I don't know. I believe there's like one scythe manual I've read people say. So I'm assuming it must just not be a low-level one, and so they don't start with it. Maybe there's like a blue or purple adventurer who actually can use them. That was just kind of annoys me. Like, they should not come in here with a manual that they can't use. They should come in with something they can use. But it's alright. Not the end of the world or anything. Alright. And nice. Get those all submitted up. And we need a workshop. Like that. That reminds me, the mobs must have killed the iron thing I had down here. And I built a lumber yard. And we're going to plop that in. Just because wood's currently what's causing the most problems. You can put more of these down, but like we saw earlier, the mobs that build up get pretty ridiculous. So I'm okay with this. I'm just playing slow right now. Not in a huge rush. I think if I was going to do multiples, I would want better field buildings, which I think we're actually pretty close to. So here would be some better ones. So that'd be level 6, which we're getting there. I'm still feeding the Leviathan, so the stats are still going up pretty quickly. And if we check in on our lab, oh, finished what I was researching. Starting on that. Starting on that. Let's keep those points rolling. 35 at the moment. I see we also got a secret point. So I guess I do kind of need to make a decision here. I think I'm going to go with what I said earlier. I want to try Cultivate since I haven't done that one. I can't remember what somebody was saying about Cave Paradise, but I seem to remember it was supposed to be pretty good. Close to nature, stretch their bodies and minds. Sword Array sounds cool, so Cultivator Bloodline, I think it is. I also, oh, I brought you in here, finish this up. This is the Enlightenment Tower. So this is where we could assign people in here and give them new manuals. So these are all of the manuals we have. So I bought a few of these. So like for him, he's our mage. So Cure maybe. So none of those are particularly good for him. Most suitable for flying swords, which yeah, I think we have some of those still. So could be useful. We don't have anyone who's currently doing that. Assassination is a dual weapon. Archery. We don't have an archer at the moment. Basic fencing. So that's great sword. I don't remember what he was studying. Are you on basic or are you? Yeah, you're on basic. So she needs Storm is what she needs. It's, I believe, the green version. Did I check? While we're here, got to keep this running. I did run into some money crunch when I started buying some of those bloodline things, so I'm trying to stay on top of that. Cargo, this is what I want to look at. Basic archery, and I already own one. Okay. And basic codex, I already own one. So what I really need to do is I need to upgrade the consumables, I think, that the airship's bringing. So let's check. And none of those are a choice at the moment. All right. Unfortunate. Unfortunate. I also think I am going to drop another dormitory. So that we can continue recruiting. We're getting more and more buildings that just need to be staffed. It's just too slow without it. We'll just take those new peeps and we'll just immediately assign them into some clearing. And just keep plugging away at getting that all out of the way. A lot of iron there, that'll be nice. I also set up, I didn't even check in on this, a kill mission over here. And it looks like they're doing okay. I was assigning people to do basic collections, and they were basically the only people who were left. So I was like, you know what? Let's just give it a go. I feel like I've kind of out-leveled. Like, yeah, look at this. 21, 20, 24. I think we're just brute forcing this. Check in with our... What would I want? Would I want weapons? Or would I want defense first? Probably defense... Yep. Good. All right, so that's good to go. Now, when I upgraded it, you saw the building change. So this one's footprint didn't change, so I'm just going to leave it where it's at. But like when I do the lab here, we're probably going to have to rearrange where it's sitting because it's going to be bigger. Blacksmith, yes. And I'm going to check that while I'm thinking of it because I'll forget, of course. Upgrade. Yes. Yeah, see how much bigger that got? And now other buildings don't fit. So we're going to say yes, and then we're going to immediately go in here and just rearrange a little bit. So, no, you, remove, you, remove. Don't want to do it that way, but if I have to, I have to. All right, kitchen. They're going to be hard to see over here is my only hold up. Let's get that like over here. And then our noodle stall is where people are coming and eating at the moment. Not by the corral. That's a little, it's fine. And then you, I actually want to spin you. Even though you're saying that other side's the front, visually you'll look different. So plop that there. And, well, I see I've got him. Let's plop another strawman down. I just want to keep collecting drops, basically. Let's put it where it's actually protecting what I want it to do, even if the drops aren't as good. All right, so with the lab, now that gave us a third queue. So that's excellent. Just means that this will be running full steam more often, or at least having something get researched. All right, next. First thing first, I want to try to sell out whatever greens we have left. Okay, good, we sold out. Perfect. Here, sell out any greens we have left. I see that that's selling the dragon recovery item. That is needed for one of the collections. And unfortunately, that's not an item I can make at the moment, at least. Yeah, it's a scythe. So, again, that just goes back to, I don't think that's really fully implemented at the moment. Okay, oh, you still can't produce it? I thought that was the unlock. Did I misread that? Back to the tech tree. Back to manufacturing. Oh, I did misread it. It's got to be level 6. I thought it was under the building upgrade. Oof. Oof, oof, oof. Okay, well, I'm glad I didn't wait insistently on that. While I'm here, let's get the Steam Car booth. I'm not in love with the Steam stuff in here. I prefer it more as a fantasy, but they have heroes who are like from the future or from Earth, so it's in line with what the game has for its lore. And we're just going to have this here as kind of like a landmark oddity as you enter the town. It's like, oh, look, they have this weird steam car they found. And again, just boom to our stats. So I feel like as soon as you hit those buildings that you're having to wait for, that's definitely almost, I'd say, a requirement to get those unlocked, because they just give you so many stats here. Unless you started with a bunch of buildings from your point-buy system. It's just the way you'd have to do it. Alright, well, if we're waiting on these, then I am going to queue up like 20 necklaces, because I have seen some people showing up that don't have necks. So go ahead and make those. I don't want to make any more greens otherwise. I think we're kind of done with that tier. My adventurers have gotten the best in slot from green that they're going to get. And let's requeue our sticky rice. 400 make. Got 97 of those. 0 of these. What does this need? Food packs, some kind of rice wine. Make 500. That means we're going to need more rice. I think I'm actually going to field building that. I think it's this one that does rice. I'm guessing a little bit on that. And let's also queue up brewery. Now, other things that could be upgraded are these workshops. Do I have that upgrade? I don't yet. Okay. Just kind of take a second and see if we have any of our big buildings. Like, I think we had an upgrade to this, didn't we? Yeah. So the beef noodle stall restores satiety. The Bowsy, I'm not sure I'm saying that correctly. Some sort of fried buns. That sounds nice. Don't have that unlocked, or the wonton. So beef noodles it is. Upgrade. Yes. Yes. All right, and let's see what else we want to list. We are going to sell that. I'm not sure I've researched the other things yet, so I'm not going to. I'm going to set that up to auto restock and list. So beef noodles, common beef noodle, because that's not a blue, but I want to say there might be an upgrade that affects that. So let's see here. It can only be used on the noodle stall. Okay, we can't do that. Knitting experience, that's in our Pagola. I think that's this. No, it's not this one. Not sure which one that is. Can we upgrade this? Is that another one we have? China stall. Yeah, I think that's an upgrade here. But we are broke, unfortunately. So, no upgrades there. Yeah, money, easy come, easy go. And we're not even buying the expensive stuff. Like, I'm seeing some chests that are like 360,000 gold plus. So, for sure, money has kept its value here. All right, we've got our 300 kills. They still need another 90-ish, 82. Let's go ahead and talk here. I've noticed that the characters you meet on the maps are actual adventurers that join. Like, I think this adventure's in my island now, so this is like her doppelganger. Hi, Lord Leviathan. There are still a lot of monsters in the village, so please help clear them out. Hello, Lord Leviathan. See, this is our village now. Penguins are rampaging. It does look fierce. Yes, they used to be very cute, but somehow they became what they are. No one dares come out now, and everyone's hiding in the house. If this will continue, everyone will starve to death. Small token of my gratitude. Next, we rush inside the village and take a look. It's just up ahead. Okay. Are you open now? Yeah, thank you for helping us drive away the monsters. But where are you? I can't see you. I am talking to you with consciousness. Wow, that's amazing. But I really want to see what you look like with my own eyes. The chief just spotted some strange mystics, and now he's out there on patrol. We still have something to ask you, so let me tell you. These nasty monsters have destroyed our granaries and eaten our food for the rest of the winter. We adults can resist a little while, but the children of the tribe can... But how can the children of the tribe bear it? You know, you might not want to wear an open midriff shirt in, like, the middle of the winter. Just saying. Please, bring us some grain. We only need 100 servings of rice. As long as we survive this winter, we can go fishing outside. Don't worry, I'll help you prepare. Thank you so much. You're a kind person. We'll give you something in return. I like how she said 100, and now it's asking me for 150 and wine. Okay, so it's not going to accept what I have there. So it wants me to make. It doesn't want me to bring necessarily. So we have the sticky rice queued. Do we have the wine queued? I don't know if that's rice wine they want. So did that just finish? No. Cancel this one. Grape juice, apple juice, sushi, wine. Here it is. Alright, so we need to get to level 6 before we can do that part of the quest. While we are here, though, this has come up on a couple things. Let's nab that. More alchemy stuff we can do. Let's get these herbs. I haven't had anything need those yet, but let's grab them. Alright. Checking with our lab. We have one open. Yeah, see, at least 2 were running while I had the other one not. Let's get that done. As much as I hate spending those. And check in here on collections. I should double check these grays again. I wonder if those 2 come from the special points. I wonder if we did this right here. If that, but I'm wondering if maybe I can make those if I unlocked them in here. Just food for thought. Alright, what else could we do though? We don't have our blues yet. We don't have our blues yet. We need one more pill, and I would be able to get that upgrade. Alright. And our Leviathans, he's getting there. He's getting there. So, check him here. Trade house. I might have an order outstanding for those pills. I do. Alright, so we just don't have them yet. Stone, the timber, the iron ore. Hopefully these aren't bugged. I have them set up so buy 1,000 every year. I'm just trying a different way of doing that rather than trying to stay out of here and not micro those. Because all I do is I come in here and I just buy everything on the market. So I'm hoping that if I set them up for 1,000 yearly, it'll just get that ticking over, essentially. Oh, and I see my adventurers are in town. So let's grab her mount, gift mount. And I was going to give her the one that had the attack stuff. Gift. And then for my other one, I kind of want to give that to one of the mages, but I'm worried that the mages are going to be too slow, or going to be too fast, and they'll arrive at combat before everyone else. I guess we'll give it to the healer. Maybe she can keep herself up until other people arrive. Once you give them a mount, I've been told you can't remove them, so it's kind of like use it and lose it. Oh, nice. They're actually using the spring. Oh, nice. Whenever I've been here before, they've been sitting up here, I think. Or maybe I just didn't notice that before. That's pretty cool. I'm not sure why you're in there with all your clothes on, but, you know, I'm not going to judge. I'm a flying Leviathan, so what do I know? Okay, that's good, that's good. All right, so we need to arrange for an adventure to learn a manual. Do we have anything that would be good for anyone? No. We could teach our mage basic cure that would have some casting stats in there. This one sounds cool, but we don't have anyone to give it to necessarily. Basic machinery requires firearms. Okay, so let's look at Flame here. His manual is gunfighting technique, and the weapon it requires is firearms. So even though he's using like a sword and pistol combo, that seems to count. So he is going to be our dude to do that. So we want Flame to come over and learn that manual. So cancel Maxwell, add Flame. You're going to learn basic machinery. All right, good, good. And that gets that done. Let's just check in here. So settle 10 adventures, continue to level, get energy. All right, all good on those. Where are you at, Flame? There he is. He's running in. All right, and speed that up here. Kind of coming close to time. I know this has been kind of just a slower one, but that's fine. I'm just chilling. Just chilling. I'll probably finish this recording and then let it grind out a bit more. We're kind of at that point where I just need more of everything. And then that way, when we start in next time, we can be hopefully building those blues. I think we'll write out the end of this manual upgrade. Oh, I just saw her run with her mount there. Okay, so when we have him and we view, he now has a second manual, but he only has one he can run actively. So he's running the gun fighting technique currently. And that is here. We just leveled it up. He's got these stats. If I was to change his manual over, he would start getting XP in this one, but he would only get the stats from basic machinery. He wouldn't get his stats from the other one. Now he can still use his skills, which I notice I need to queue some up here. He'd still get those though. So he would be more powerful than he would have been without it, but he'll go back down to level 1 for fighting stats, essentially. But his maximum level, he'd be 16, and it would only increase when he levels the other one. So I believe your first rebirth, let me find the rebirth place here. I don't remember. Where was that on this map? When you do your rebirth, I believe level 50 is the first one. Resurrection. Where is the rebirth one on here now that I think about it? Maybe I have to build it on this one. I know on Kun, it's like a dragon altar that's just like right in your face. Huh. Did not think to check for that. Oh, there it is. There it is. Okay. Just blind. No need to worry. All right. So if we wanted to add a character here, like let's say her, they have to be settled and they have to be level 50. So to get to level 50, I believe there is a max level to your manuals. So Flame again here. He's at gunfighting technique 16. If we come in here, yeah, out of 50. So I guess you could get there with one. It's going to slow down more though. I feel like 25 and 25 will be faster than 50, and he'll still be 50 for the purposes of reincarnating. So that's at least my working theory at the moment. So he's got charge, he's got fan shot. I quite like both of those abilities. Let's see what else he's got. Dance of evasion, boosts dodge. Okay, so let's actually remove this. I want him to increase his dodge. And then let's just check what this is. Throw several grenades. Physical damage. Okay, so that does 140 versus this at 150, but that one adds 100 and this one adds 60. We'll go ahead and do that one first. Maybe that'll give him more time to group up and then he can do his cone attack. All right, well, that's going to make him way better than he was before. And because I missed that on him, I'm now kind of thinking I need to just double check everyone. All right, he's good. Different manuals have different amounts of skills. Yeah, she's already got her third. Seems like the casters kind of get the short end of the stick on that on their basic manuals. Whoops. Good there. Yoon. Oh, he probably has some. Yeah, for sure. Okay, so he's also got charge. Okay, before you charge in, though, maybe we shouldn't charge first. So, summon falcons, which stuns. That feels like range-ish, right? If we did that first, and then we called in. No. Like, then we charged. Then we called in our second stun. Then we boosted our pet damage. Right? Because it's not us. Yeah. Then we did our strike. Because this was that skill book that just had a bajillion active skills, as you can see here. So. I noticed charge didn't come from here. I don't remember everyone having that. I wonder if that's a bug currently, or if just everyone gets a charge if they're a melee. Food for thought either way, I suppose. Yeah. He's looking pretty good, though, on that gear. Maggie, how you doing? I do kind of wish that the higher level adventurers would kind of on their own push out a little bit further. Like, there's no reason for my level 25 to be here one-shotting level 2 slimes. Like, that's just... You don't need to be doing that. Alright, let's drop our brewery. And our farm. That's all we got for that. Back to town. Checking out our lab. Okay, well, I meant to end and I got distracted as usual, so next episode I will bring you back and we should be, I'm going to let this tick up. I'm not that far away from level 6 and I may grind out a little bit of resources so that we can kind of hit the ground running and continue advancing that quest. I'm at least committed to finishing this island, I think, and then I'll evaluate and see if people are still enjoying it or if not, that's okay too. I have other things to do. I've got a pretty big game release later in the week that I'm going to cover, so that will definitely take some time. It's a dense one, so I'm going to need to get some playtime into that. So my idea is hopefully I'll record a few of these before it comes out, so I'll have some material built up so things can keep releasing, and then we'll evaluate from there. Still loving the game, still getting updates, which makes me very happy, so hopefully people are still enjoying this.